So today we're going to be doing a video that's slightly different from my usual ones. Instead of storing photo cards, I'm actually going to be showing you how I set up for recent and upcoming comebacks. I put out polls on both my Instagram story and my community tab page, and the majority of you said yes, you would like to see this, so that's why I'm doing it. I just want to add that I've already basically in my own time made fillers and set up. I'm just going to be talking primarily through this video, so if the sound of my voice feels like nails on a chalkboard, 1, understandable, 2, might not be the video for you. But yeah, I will go through the album details and then show you how to set up for it. When it comes to comebacks that have already happened, I might have photo card spoilers. I'm not sure what templates I'll be looking at or if I'll need to, but if just in case, if the comeback's already happened and you don't want to see photo card spoilers, just proceed with caution or just skip that section entirely. I will timestamp the video, so yeah, you can jump around to comebacks you actually want to see me talk about, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to try not to ramble on too much, but I do kind of want to cover as many comebacks as possible because there have been a lot of comebacks since the end of last month through to now. There's been a lot. So yes, I'm going to kind of talk through how I organise them. So yeah, I'm going to talk through them. This is going to be primarily May comebacks and then a few of the ones that are announced for June, like BTS, but some of them have happened already, some of them haven't. Either way, I don't have the albums on hand, so that's why I'm going to be talking about this and showing you how I've set up my binders. So yeah, I will just stop rambling now and we can just get onto it. So yes, enjoy the video. Okay, so I think the oldest comeback that I have to talk about is Itzy's Japanese comeback. Yeah, PC spoiler warning. So I can't find any full-on album details because Japanese albums don't usually operate the same way that Korean ones do. So unfortunately, all I've got is this template made by the lovely Bella of all of her cards. I also didn't even realize that Itzy had a physical release, so now I'm gonna have to go back and collect that, but that's fine. But yeah, so I collect Leah, obviously, if you can tell, for Japanese albums, and I do have the limited A, B and regular on the way in a group order. So hopefully I get Leah's cards in that, but I don't know yet. But I do have the Made in Japan cards and an album on the way from Makari. So here's my girl groups binder. I've rearranged all my binders recently, so if you're new here, it probably doesn't make a difference, but if you've been watching for a while, this is confusing. But yeah, now all my girl groups are in one binder. All my girl groups except Twice are now in one binder. So for now, I've just set up for the Voltage cards, but obviously I will re-edit. I'll have to put another page in, I think, for Itzy, but I'm trying not to think about it. So there are 5 cards. I did white this out because I definitely have these on the way, but hopefully you can still kind of see that basically she's got her limited A, her regular, and one of her Made in Japan cards, which these are hollow, by the way. They're all in the same outfit, and then these two here, this Midi card and this limited B, are also in the same outfit. So I decided to organize it by doing the 2 limited cards here, the 2 Made in Japan cards here, and then the normal one here, so that it'll be hollow, and then the 2 regular in that one outfit, and then the 2 in the other outfit. And then yeah, this one's gonna be hollow as well, but that's just how I did it based on her outfits. I kind of like setting up when I already know what the photo cards look like. It's definitely a big help. But yeah, I might completely reorganize this. Either I'll do something really similar for Itzy, I'm not sure, because these 3 are in the same outfit, so, and then the ID and then the limited B or something. Or I might do something different entirely. I might take the ID out and then combine all of her selfie cards together and on a 9 pocket. Who knows? But yeah, that was the oldest comeback I had, and I thought I would just mention it because I see a lot of people talking about wanting to collect Itzy Japan cards, so I thought I would mention how I'm going to store mine. So there we go. Yes. Okay, so the next comeback that I think started the month of madness that is May was Woodz' comeback. So he came back with his 4th mini album, Colourful Trauma. I think it was either the 4th or the 5th of May that this comeback happened. I'm so bad with dates, like ask anyone, I don't even remember birthdays. So I think this is like the 4th or 5th of May that he came back. It's such a good album, really recommend it, especially if you like more like punk rock kind of sound. Like it's very Y2K to an extent, like I don't know, he's in his Bratz Rock Angels era, that's how I like to call it, but like that's probably offensive to someone. But yeah, I love it. So he has 2 versions of the standard, so there's Colourful and Trauma, and they each have their own photo books, CDs, some random stickers, postcards, which, you know, I don't collect postcards or bigger inclusions, I just don't have the means to. I don't need to pull up an actual template, so like hopefully I don't have to spoil photo cards for anyone who's avoiding them. But I mean, this comeback's already happened for a while, so you probably aren't. But you could already kind of tell from this that he has like 3 sets of 4 cards, so 4 in each outfit, 3 outfits per concept. Like you can see 4 in this blue outfit, 4 in this outfit, and 4 in that outfit. So that was pretty like good to note. And then he also has first press only hologram photo cards, so again there's 6, and from the looks of it 2 in each outfit again. And so that affected how I decided to set this comeback up. There is another version of this album. It's the digipack version. It's limited edition. What is it with groups doing digipacks like at the moment? I'm poor. Like, stop. I will probably buy a couple of copies of this. I only have 1 on the way at the moment, but I'm probably going to buy like at least another one, if not 2 more, because like they're limited. But yeah, these come with 6 photo cards, 3 in this pink outfit and 3 in the blue outfit, I guess. Like you can kind of see the outfits there. He's got 3 in this outfit and 3 in that outfit. So yeah, let me show you how I set it up in the binder. Okay, so my Woodz binder is not very like cute to look at because I don't fill every page. Like he has so many cards, I cannot afford to put papers in every single slot. However, I have marked the center, so I'm going to do an open spread. If you've seen any of my storing photo cards videos, you know I'm kind of obsessed with those at the moment, so don't at me. So let's just look at Colourful as a version. He's got 4, if his selfies are 4 each, and then 2 each holograms in the same outfits, which makes 6 cards in one outfit. So the way I'm going to do it is mirror, and I'm going to do like pink outfit selfie, pink holo card, pink outfit selfie, pink outfit selfie, pink outfit holo card, pink outfit selfie. I hope that makes sense. And repeat with the other 2 outfits. So in the end, you'll have the holo cards through the middle and then the selfies either side, and it will be in rows in matching outfits. This is also how I've organized Only Lovers Left, if you can kind of see what I mean. Like that's kind of how it's going to look. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm going to do that. And obviously, like as I add cards, I'll just move the fillers around so I can still see what I'm missing. But yeah, and then I literally just repeated the same thing with the Trauma version. And then for the limited cards, I'm literally just going to do a 6 pattern. The 3, because it's 3 and 3 in outfits, so I'm going to do 3 pink outfits and 3 blue outfits. I imagine all the backs will look the same, so I don't think from the back it will look any different. But yeah, I figured I would just do 3 and 3. I just thought that would fill that out, and then I'll probably just like add any pre-order cards I get like randomly throughout here, who knows. But yeah, obviously it's not like the most visual thing to look at because I've tried really hard to save sleeves. But yeah, that's kind of how I want to set it up. I think it will look really cohesive once it's all put together. So yeah, that is how I've set up Woodz. So TXT, they've just had their comeback as I'm filming this. But yeah, there's 3 versions of the standard album, and they come with 1 photo card per member, and then 1 postcard per member, and 1 lenticular card per member. So judging by the size of these lenticulars, they're like 8 pocket size. They're pretty big, so I didn't think they're going to fit in a 9 pocket. My original plan is if these were 9 pocket sized was to have them in there and then have like 3 pobs, but it doesn't look like that. They're 8 pocket size. Big Hit is obsessed with 8 pockets size cards. Like that's why all of BTS do these mini photo cards all the time. So I'm with TXT as well. So here's my hype binder. And yeah, so skip to TXT. So this is how I have like previous eras set up. I put like these 3 eras together on one page, and then so this is kind of how I wanted to do this era originally. So the 3 selfie cards, and then the, like, instead of these character cards, it would be the lenticulars, and then like 3 pobs, or the pobs in the middle and then the lenticulars on the bottom if they were slightly taller. But having now seen what they actually like look like in person, like, because the album's out, like seeing that how big they are, they're definitely 8 pocket size. I don't think I'll fit them in a 9 pocket. So I have moved, so originally Fight or Escape was in a like 6 pattern. I've moved them up, and I've just put his 3 Hate, End and Mess PCs on the bottom. It'll make a nice cohesive full page, so I think I like that a lot. And then I have back here his 8 pocket size cards from the older eras. So I've set up with his lenticulars will just go in here, and I'll, you know, I'm sure Big Hit will give me plenty of things to fill this up with over time. Like, I managed to fill this pocket entirely, so yeah. But then the other version is, which I forgot to mention before, I did buy the set of the tier version, which is like the jewel case, and so these are member versions, and then there's obviously 1 photo card per member per album. I don't know if I explained that right. You pull 1 photo card, there's only 1 set. As a result, because I bought all 5 versions, I should be able to collect an 85 set. So I've set this up. So Subin is my bias, and obviously Subin's who I collect. Like, if you didn't piece that together, I'm slightly concerned. But as a result, like, normally you do a T pattern and you put like Yeonjun at the top, and then like age order, and then Hinkai at the bottom. However, like, Subin is the second oldest, right? So if I do a T pattern, he's going to be over here. I want him in the middle. I like X patterns better. I don't know why. I think they fill out the page a lot more. I just kind of want to do that. Because it's member cards, it's not like it's a full set. It's not like I'm basing it on like outfits matching or lining up or anything. So how I'm going to do it, and this is the way I've done Itzy ones before, so that Leah can be in the middle because she's also second oldest. I've done it like Yeonjun, Subin, Bamgyu, so it kind of goes 1, 2, so you kind of dip, and then the Mangnae's at the bottom. Obviously normally you would put Subin here and Bamgyu in the middle, but I feel like I can still read it this way, and it works. So that's my like sneaky trick to get Subin in the middle. And have my brain be like, it's not out of order. So yeah, that's why I've set it out this way. That's why Subin's in the middle, because he's my bias and he gets to be in the middle because I say so. Anyway, but yeah, that's how I decided to organize the tier cards. And then obviously, like, that way it just fills up the page entirely. I'm not trying to like squish like his 3 selfies on with like the rest of the members cards or anything. I just thought this would look cute. And then obviously the next era we can just start a new page. So yes, that is how I have set up TXT. Not sure if I like the order I've put these cards in, but I'll kind of wait till I have the cards on hand, and then I'll just kind of put them where I think they balance the best. But yes, that is how I set up TXT. So Enhypen, Japanese comeback. So it's like Dimension Senkou, I want to say. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. My Japanese is so bad. But anyway, there's 3 like standard versions. Like, well, there's the okay. So there's several versions of this album. It's very confusing. I think it's similar to how the Boyz are doing their Japan comeback, which I will talk about in a bit. But yes, so this album is already out now, so I will show you the photo cards. So there will be a photo card spoiler. I collect Sunghoon and Heesang for Korean album cards, but I only collect Sunghoon's Japanese cards because I can't afford to collect both. It's just not plausible. So there's a couple of different versions of this album. So there's the limited edition A, which comes with a Spark version photo card. Then there's the limited B, which comes with a Gleam version photo card. And then there's a standard edition, which comes with 1 out of 2 possible sets. So you could, so basically, like, to collect 1 member, you would need to buy the limited A, the limited B, and 2 copies of the standard, because you only get 1 out of 14 photo cards. So you might get a Spark or a Gleam version card. But yes, then there's also member versions, which they did for their last comeback as well. And each member has 2 photo cards. They're called the music video version. So again, you would need to buy 2 copies of a member's thing to get those cards, I guess. It's not nice. I don't like it. I think it's really gross. It's like definitely trying to shift more albums, and I don't like it. There's also supposedly there's a Weverse Japan card version that comes with a photo card apparently, and then there's a Weverse Japan photo card. I don't know if it's a pre-order card or if there's a specific version. And then there's also a Universal Music version, and I'm not sure if Universal Music there's a UMS store version, and I don't know if that means it comes with a UMS pre-order card or if it comes with an exclusive album card, but I think that might be the case. So here I have Sunghoon's like template of his cards. So yeah, as you can see, here's the Weverse Japan card and the UMS card, and then you have your standard Spark and Gleam, his limited A, his limited B, and his solo jacket cards. There's also shop benefits, so like Weverse pre-order benefit, his Tower Records Lucky Draw, and his HMV Lucky Draw. And then there's Weverse has Lucky Draws, Universal Music Store has I'm not collecting all of that. I don't need it. I might try and find these 2 though, because they're cute, but the rest, no, I don't even want his Weverse one. It's like not, this is stressful enough. I don't So basically what I decided was I looked at like his outfits and stuff. So like obviously he's got 2 in this concept and 2 in this concept, so I've put those 4 in the corner. So his Spark, so this card here is going here, and then this card here is going here. His limited A, which is the Spark version, is going here, and his limited B, which is the Gleam version, is going here. I also think like because these 2 are very close up with the like light shining on his face, they'll kind of balance each other out. Then obviously he's got the solo jacket cards, which look the most distinct from the rest because they're the only ones with his blonde hair, well, silver hair, whatever. So I put those 2 in the middle here because I think that they will look good. This one, whoa, okay, this one's my favorite card. He looks gorgeous. And then I decided to put the Weverse and the UMS top and bottom, but I've just clicked like I'm pretty sure that is the same outfit, so potentially I might, and these are probably the same outfit as well, so potentially I might switch I might switch things around a little bit. Like I might move the Gleam and Spark limited, I might swap these over so that it's all like one outfit cohesive. But yeah, that's how I've laid that out. 8 cards. I think an 8 pattern is quite nice because it does fill a page, obviously like a 9 pattern, but like those seem to be actual album cards. Like I said, I think these are actual album cards, not pobs. So yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can find them, but yeah, that's how I've decided to like lay this one out. It's a lot of cards. Like I'm definitely going to take my time with this. I think people like to overprice these Japanese album cards as well, so if I need to buy them, like I'm gonna be stuck. But yeah, that's how I've decided to lay out Enhypen. Okay, so for BTS's comeback, there's a standard edition, which comes with a whole bunch of cool things. So it comes with a photo card set A, which is a full member set, and they look like they're selfies, not concepts, so that's exciting. And then there's a photo card B, which is random, 1 out of 8, which means there's a group card. And then there's a postcard that's random. And then there's also the compact edition, which is basically a jewel case. And that one comes with 1 set of like 1 random photo card and 1 random postcard. So there must be a group card for this one as well. I don't know. But yeah, 1 out of 7 photo cards. So that means a total of 2 photo cards for Jin plus a full OT7 set, because I collect Jin. I keep forgetting to say who I collect before I start. So there's also Weverse pre-order benefits, as there has been for the past like 2 comebacks. So this is how I have Jin set up. So with B, there was like a random card and a Weverse card, and I did fill the page out with those. And then for Butter, 2 versions and a Weverse cards. So I'm just going to continue that on. So I'm going to do the standard one, which photo card B, because that's the one that's random, and then the compact one, and then I'll put his Weverse pob on the end here, and it's probably going to end up being to fill out the row. And then here I've set up for the full member set. So yes, and I do it in age order. Namjoon's in the middle, but I just like doing BTS in age order. I know the Fanchan has Namjoon first, and I know most people put Namjoon first, but yeah, this is just how I like to do it. But yeah, these are the other, like the B sets, and I did the same order here, so it would be silly for me to change it now. So yeah, but yeah, so that's literally it for BTS. Like, it's very straightforward. I do appreciate that BTS don't have very many photo cards. It's quite nice. But yeah. Okay, so let's talk about 17 and their 4th full album, Face the Sun. Okay, so there's 5 versions. It's just like an ode, the same number of photo cards and everything. So yeah, you got a highlighter pen. Kind of hoping I get like this color palette because obsessed, but whatever. I don't know if they're like member specific or not. Like, I guess we have to wait till people start receiving them to know about that. Then each version has a photo book. PET card. I think this is going to be made of plastic. I think it means PET, like the plastic. But like, I am more than open to having a random photo card of them holding animals. Kuma photo card when? Like, anyway, yeah, so then the photo cards, so 4 out of 52 random per, so each member has 4 photo cards per version. So that's nice, thanks for that. So there's 20 photo cards already, and there's also 10 postcards because there's 2 per version per member. So one set of albums will get you enough pulls to collect 1 member. I don't collect 1 member, I collect 3 because I hate myself, but that's fine. I'm not very tempted to buy multiple copies of these albums, so yeah, we'll just see how that goes, I guess. But yeah, so we'll just see how it goes. I am gonna take this hella slow, like hella slow. But no, that's not it, because there is Kinos, 2 of them. Again, why? Don't know. I do want to buy these. I have not ordered them yet because money, but they come with like the big photo cards. So these are what come in every kit album. So like, here's one from Hengare. So it's like this. It's kind of like a postcard almost, but they call it a photo card. It's a bit smaller than it's like a 4 pocket sized item, but yeah. So that's what they mean by that. And that's pretty standard of Kinos for 17th albums. What's not normal is this, the photo cards. I have this weird feeling that because the dimensions are supposedly exactly the same, but like from the picture alone they don't look it. So I have a feeling this is a typo. My opinion is that these are normal photo card size. I reckon that's a typo. I reckon they copy pasted from this and forgot to change this. That's my opinion. So for now I am assuming these are normal photo card size cards, even though it says they're not. So yeah, I'm only collecting Joshua for these because I genuinely can't fathom buying 6 Kinos. I don't even want to buy 2. It's the only way trading is probably the only way I'm gonna be able to like collect these, I think. So yes, and then lastly, the newest edition, thank you so much, is the Carrot version. So I do want to collect Joshua and Wanu's. I got both Joshua and Wanu's for the last Carrot version that they did for Attacker. I do not use the actual, I kind of hate these because they make them of PVC, but like, why? So again, you get a full member set. Like, I don't store that in my main binder, I store it in my other one. I mean, really, you should just store it in the actual album, but it's just not really. And then digipack, lyric book, and then photo cards. So there's 2 versions, and you get 4 out of 52 random. So that means there's 2 of each version. So this is exactly the same as the other Carrot version that they did. So I have, so let me show you. So with Attacker, the Carrot version had 2 and 2, so like 2 per concept. And I stored it this way, so I'm going to do the exact same for the Carrot version. So yeah, I have my 17 binder here. For now, I have set it up, collecting 3 members, and I have put random. I've kind of just done them in order. The best way to explain how I organize this is to show you a node, because a node is the exact same number of cards. So the way I've done a node is in double page spreads, classic me. And I do it like, so for example, these 3 cards, so both Hope cards, so here's all 4 of his Hope version cards, and then 2 of his Poet cards, because they're also like green background, so all these cards feel very cohesive together. And then here we've got his other poet version cards and his truth cards, because again they feel very cohesive. And then we have his one set of his begin cards and his reveal cards, because again the brick wall makes them very cohesive. The brick wall ties them together, I think. And then I just had one set of the begin cards on its own page in a 6 pattern, and I'm going to be doing the exact same thing again. For now I've just like put this in random, but once I have like a template with all the photo cards, I can definitely start reorganizing and like fully hashing out how I want to do it. Like, see if it's the exact same as how an ode is, I'm just going to put like similar cards next to each other and balance the backs and stuff. So like I said, I need the actual cards on hand to be fully committed, but for now, for the most part, I've just done it like this. So it will be like the control version 1 and control version 2 will mirror each other, and then the 3 and 4, and then I've done shadow 1 and 2, and then shadow 3 and 4 will be on the next page, and ray. And I've just set it up this way. So then like path, pioneer, other path, other pioneer, to mirror it. And then the last pioneer cards I've put in a 6 pattern, and then I've put the 2 Joshua Kino. So it will be like Joshua's pioneer card, Kino pioneer card, that way, and then like Mingyu and Wonu opposite. So that way it just fills out an 8 pattern in the page, because like I said, I really do think these Kino cards are going to turn out to be photo card sized. But like I said, if they're not, I will just take these fillers out and put white sleeves in. It's really not a big deal. So yeah, then the carrot version, like I said it up exactly the same. So Joshua's 4 cards and then Wonu's 4 cards, and that is it. Yeah, I think these are the kinds of things where, like, for now everything's just a placeholder, and until I see what the photo cards look like, I won't fully know which sets I go well with each other and how I want them to look. But as far as like setting it up, I've got all the fillers, so I can move this around once the album comes out and we've seen all the photo cards. But yeah, that is it for 17. Victon just announced a comeback. There's 3 different versions for this album, 3 different types of album, I should say. So the first one I'm just going to quickly, because I have it open, is the platform version, which I like only just really learned about. I've seen what platform versions are. They're kind of like, it's kind of like a little card, and it has like it almost feels like a lucky draw, like a thick plastic card in it that has a code on the back that's like, it's kind of similar to a Kino. Like, you have an app and you can download the album that way. So the album itself, like the album, the thing that's essentially replacing the CD is a photo card that, like I said, it's really thick. It's made of plastic. It's kind of like I think it's similar to a lucky draw. And then you get actual photo cards. So I collect Byung-chan for Victon, just one member. So I do kind of want his platform album and then his 2 random photo cards. And then there's like a sticker. And then obviously there's like digital contents. So yeah, so 3 platform cards then essentially. So here's a digipack version. There's 1 photo card, and then for pre-orders there's a random pre-order benefit photo card as well. So yeah, and then lastly is the like actual album, so Fate and Control version. So this is like the standard. There's 2 options, Fate or Control, and each one you pull 2 out of 33 per album. So because there's 6 members, and they like to do units or like group cards, I'm going to assume there's 3 unit or group cards. I think 3 unit cards, or 2 units and 1 group card is probably highly likely to what they've done, but there's bound to be like some kind of, they like unit cards, so there's bound to be like unit or group cards. There's 6 members at the moment, normally 7, but 6 active members at the moment. Sangwoo's in the military, so he's not participating. So yeah, doing maths, I'm assuming there are 5 photo cards for Byung-chan. This is a very similar description and layout to how Chronograph, their last comeback, was. So that's why I'm basing that off. He has 5 photo cards for that as well. And then you get 2 pre-order cards again per member. So I think it's exactly like Chronograph. A lot of the inclusions are very similar to Chronograph, so that's why I think this is the same. So I think it's 5 regular cards and 2 pre-order cards. So, nightmare. Right. So, this is how I've decided to lay it out. So, I am going to put the single digipack card in the corner up here, and then do his 5 regular album cards afterwards, and then do his 3 platform cards. So, these 2 platform cards are the selfies, and then this is going to be that really thick, heavy platform album card. I'm going to put that in here, I think, but I might change my mind. But for now, I think I'm going to do that. That way it fills an eye pocket. These 2 should like have different, these 2 will look different on the back to the rest. I mean, these will probably look different to these anyway, but like these will definitely look different on the back. So that's how I've decided to do it for now. I don't know. I might change my mind. I might just not even collect the platform version. I don't know yet. So we'll see. But I think yeah, we'll see. And then because obviously there's a digipack pre-order benefit and 2 standard version pre-order benefits, I've just put them. I had exactly 3 spaces at the bottom here, which worked out perfectly. So I will put those 3 there for now. So yes, please. I'm aware that these are completely out of order to the rest of the cards. Don't worry about it. I don't care. But yeah, that is how I've set this up. Like I said, I might change my mind and just not collect the platform version and then move those pobs here, because, and then like collect a different set of 3 like non-IST pobs. We'll see about that. We'll see. I don't know. Like, so many comebacks, man. I just don't like even know what to do with myself anymore. But yeah, that's it for Victon. I do quickly want to talk about Astro. So Astro is having a comeback as well, and there's 3 different versions. So the first version is this one, and it comes with 2 out of 24 random photo cards. Lovely. And then this version, it doesn't say the version names on it. It's really annoying. Comes with 2 out of 24 random photo cards. And then this one as well also comes with 2 out of 24 random photo cards. With Astro, I just keep my pulls. I don't really collect. I would collect Chanu, but I just don't really have the funds. With Astro, because I just keep my pulls, I'm going to just see what I pull basically. And it should be like 2 of each. So it should be similarly laid out to how I did switch on. So I pulled these 4, I pulled 2 of each type, and then I filled in the gaps to make an OT6 set, and then filled up the page with, I think this one's actually a pop, but these are album cards. I filled up the page with Dogman cards. I'm kind of going to do the same thing, so I should pull like 2 of each, and hopefully, you know, we can get some good pulls and we can get like an OT6 pull. That's why there's no fillers in this page, which is why I didn't really want to dwell on it too long. But yeah, hopefully I pull like OT6, if that, I mean, that's an ideal world, or whatever, and then I can fill the rest up with Yanu. But otherwise, like, basically, yeah, I'm just gonna see what I pull, and then from there try and fill gaps in this page until I get a full page, but I probably won't go beyond that. That's why yeah. But yeah, so that's basically it for Astro. Yes. Okay, God 7. I'm literally like so excited. So God 7 are finally coming back. Slay. So I'm literally gonna cry. So yeah, here's the album details. There's 1 version, which thank you, but then they've done member photo books, which was like, why? I need, yeah, I might buy like 3 copies. I don't think so I do collect like all of their albums, and if they were member covers, I would buy 7 versions, no hesitation. But because they're like in the album, not on the album, just like with Turbulence, this happened with Turbulence, and I do have a Jackson version of Turbulence, but obviously you cannot tell from the outside. Oh, actually on my version you can, because it's an M-Wave signed one by Jackson, but normally you can't tell from the inside. So yeah, as long as I end up with this Jackson photo book, I don't mind how many versions I get. And then lyric books, same again. I do want Jackson's lyric book, but outside of that I'm not really fussed who I get. I'm just kind of gonna keep pulls. I'll probably buy about 3 copies of this album in total. So yeah, I might even try to like find someone who's selling, once they've opened their albums, selling the, like, here's a Jackson photo book album. I might try and do it that way. I'm not sure. If I don't pull him, I mean, because I don't really think I want to trade a whole photo book. Like, I can't be asked. Yeah, so photo cards. 2 each out of 42 each. Like 42. So this is basically the exact same as Spinning Top, if anyone remembers that golden era. This is kind of exactly how they did Spinning Top, and I did not enjoy collecting Spinning Top at the time. It was really hard. There was barely any cards around, so why? And then there's a Polaroid, which doesn't fit in. It's too square to fit in a 9 pocket, so I'm kind of upset about that, but it's fine. And then member posters. Again, I want Jackson's, but outside of that, I don't really care who I pull. And the same with the mini stand cards. Like, a lot of these things, I'm like, I want Jackson's, and then whoever else I get is just a bonus kind of thing. But yeah, I am going to try and collect OT7 for the photo cards, and the Polaroids, because it's mental illness, innit? So yeah, we don't have any other details outside of like, oh, there's 42 photo cards, so which means 6 OT7 sets plus the Polaroids. I said postcards, but I meant Polaroids. So yeah, so this is my got some binder. So I have it organized weirdly. So I have JJ Project at the front because they debuted first. Then I put Just 2 at the front because I was like, well, they need to be like, I was like, well, I should keep them together because it makes sense. So then I have all my Jackson cards. So I used to just collect Jackson and some like OT7 sets or like OT6 pages, like this one for example. And then so that's all of those, and then I have some like non-album cards for Jackson and some like other album cards, which I'm going to leave there because it's all like the JYP era. So then I have this, which is OT7 Freedom era, which I already made this. So I've now put the GOT7 comeback after this, which kind of, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like it highlights it's my OT7 collection, and then I will go through that in a second. And then I put like a piece of card just for the members solos since leaving JYP. So, and I will continue to like build the solos back here and the group comebacks here. I think that makes the most sense in how I organize my binder. I know it's all over the place, but like just, yes. So basically it is pretty straightforward. I've just done an alternating 7 pattern for the members. Oh, one thing I will say, so on the picture they put JB, Mark, Jin Young, Jackson, and then they fixed it now, which is kind of annoying because I kind of, as a excuse to put Jackson in the middle, did it in that order. So like I've swapped Jin Young and Jackson. Even I would like to point out, normally I don't, but just for this era, because they did that, I was like, oh, I can put Jackson in the middle. I'm probably gonna move it back so that they're in the right age order, but just because they'd done that, I was like, oh, it's a thing I can do and put Jackson in the middle. But whatever, I'll probably move him back. I mean, certainly in the future eras I won't have but like I thought, oh, they gave me an excuse to put Jackson in the middle, but they've corrected it. So whether that was like, I don't know. Anyway, oh well, yeah. So like I said, I just did alternating OT7 collection. Yes, this will be very slow. Like I said, I'm only gonna end up with like 6 cards in total from pulls, so that's nice. Thanks guys. So this will be a very slow collection, but yeah, it's fine. They've been gone for so long that like I waited long enough. Like I can wait some more. Do you know what I mean? To have this complete. But yeah, that is what I did for GOT7. Okay, so lastly, I'm just gonna talk about the Boyz Japanese comeback. She's the Boss. I can't find, there's like a proper album details like thing somewhere. I can't find the picture anywhere. It's driving me mad. But I did find this lovely user here has like summarized the inclusions. It's kind of a head like screw, so it's like really confusing. So essentially there's ABC versions, 20 versions, specific PC types, 60 total types across 3 jewel case, so 20-page lyric book. So basically each member has 2 A cards, 2 B cards, and 2 C cards. Then the fan club version comes with a fan club exclusive unit and a member holo sticker and 2 members clear sheets, whatever a clear sheet is. Then the Universal Music Limited comes with a Universal Music exclusive unit PC, a member holo sticker, and a member clear sheet. Like, hopefully I explained that okay. Like, it's kind of a mess. They've definitely overcomplicated it, but yeah. So essentially I worked out it comes down to 2 A, 2 B and 2 C photo cards, 1 fan cafe exclusive unit, and one fan club version exclusive unit, and 1 Universal Music Store version exclusive unit. I do have all these albums on the way in group orders. So I only collect Youngoon for Japanese albums, so I collected my top 3 for Tattoo because you got like, it was pretty easy to do, but for this album there was too many cards, so I collected just Youngoon, and then these were just the 3 random other members that I pulled, because you got 6 cards total. And then in this case I think it's gonna be the same, 6 cards total, but there are 6 cards per member. So yeah, that's all I can do. Like, I can't find someone, they did post like pictures, but it kind of confirmed that there's like this. I think when you buy like the fan club or that, so you can buy like the ABC versions, but then I think when you buy, but I think these cards are random across the versions as well, which is not like ideal. And then when you buy the fan club or the UMS version, you get more of these. So I should end up with a total of 10 random photo cards, but only 6 of them will be Youngoons. Like, well, only 6 of them can be Youngoons. So the other 4 I might add another page and just like store all the extra stuff that I have, but I don't know what's going on with that yet. So I've just set up for just like the, what I know for a fact is definitely photo card sized. Everything else is like up in the air. So yeah, that was it. So yes, thank you so much for watching. I hope this is enjoyable and interesting for you guys to see how I decided to store some of my comebacks. This month is like crazy. There's just like so much going on. There's like so many comebacks coming up or that have just happened this month. Like, it's crazy. Like, every single person in my bias list more or less has decided to come back in the past like 2 months, or in a span of 2 months, I guess. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun once all the albums start rolling in and I can start collecting and trading and stuff. But yeah, very excited for these comebacks. I am forever grateful for like how hard my faves like work and how good the quality of the music and the performances and the stages that they put out are. So yeah, I'm like really excited, and like some of the comebacks that have already happened so far like are top tier. There's also a lot of groups I don't collect who are having comebacks this month or have just had comebacks as well, and like the standard of music is so high right now, you guys. Like, I feel bad for like all the fans trying to vote and chart their faves right now, because the charts are, it's kind of a like a mess, because like the chart competition right now in Korea is like so fierce because of how good all the music coming out this month and like the past month and upcoming month, I'm sure, has been or will be. So yeah, I'm really excited. It's also important, I want to say, like, just because I set up for like 600 photo cards today doesn't mean that I'm gonna get 600 photo cards tomorrow. Like, I haven't even bought some of these albums yet because I just don't have the like means right this second. I'm very grateful and privileged to have a stable job that allows me to pay for these things, and I'm fully aware of that, and I fully respect that not everyone's in the same position, and I myself like don't have all the money in the world, so I could not buy every single comeback as soon as it was announced. That just isn't plausible. Like I said, I haven't bought all of these albums, and some of them I'm gonna have to buy next month, and some of them I might have to completely put off buying entirely until much later on. That's okay. And like, collecting doesn't need to be fast. It doesn't need to be overnight. Like, as soon as the album comes out, you need to have all those cards. You do not. Like, please never let anyone make you feel like you have to do that, because it's just not true. I take my time. Like, a lot of these collections, like especially like 17 for example, like I'm in a group order, so it's likely I'll get like all the cards I end up receiving will be of one of my 3 biases, like, but there's a chance they won't be. But like, as a result, like, I'll only have a third of the cards I actually plan on collecting when I get my albums, and that's fine. Like, I can slowly over time build up the rest of my collection, and I'm like that with most of my collections. Like Woodz, for example, the reason it's so empty is because I'm just taking my time with it. Like, when I have the money and like, you know, nothing's really going on at that moment, like, I'm like, oh, I'll just go on like Frill or Macari and I'll see what I can find for Singyeon today. and there are cards that like, it's like one card left to finish my collection, but I'm not in a rush. Like, I'm a firm believer that like good things come to those who wait. I say this as the most impatient person ever. Like, truly I am. And like sometimes I do think like, God, I just want to finish this, but like trust me, it's that kind of idea that ends up making you pander to like overpricing or something. You might think like, I'm never going to find this photo card, and so you buy it at maybe a higher price than you should, and then actually in a few weeks, months, you might be back on that same website like Mercari looking, and you might find that photo card for way cheaper. And that's just how it is sometimes with photo card collecting, especially when albums are brand new. Sometimes people like to price way higher than they should, and it's important not to fall into that trap. Like, know the card's worth before you look for it, and hold firm to that. As tempting as it might sound to buy overpriced cards just so you can say you finished, try to hold off on that and try to be, you know, just know that like you don't need to complete every collection immediately. And I try to keep on top of a lot of my collections because that is definitely easier for me. But on top of that, like I said, I don't try to like have everyone finished immediately. Also, like if you finish all your collections in one go, you're definitely going to find like you're bored again by the next day, and then you're going to be like, it's nice to keep having something to collect. There's always something new to collect, but like it's nice to just slowly tick along at it and not feel like you have to force yourself to buy things you don't want to buy or collect things you don't want to collect. Like if you only want to collect like 2 out of his 5 photo cards for insert come back here, do it. Like who cares? Like who cares? It's your collection, it's your money, it's your life. Like do what you want. And like I said, I may have set up for so many comebacks and like so many album cards, but I am not rushing. I'm not forcing myself to pay more than I have in my bank. Like I am fully aware of like what I'm doing and how much I'm spending, and that's an important part to remember when collecting, because I do think sometimes companies do take the piss a little bit with how much they release and how frequently they release the stuff. But like I said, like just it's about knowing the worth of the items that you want, like asking yourself, is this something I need, or is it something is it something I actually want, or is it something that I think I need or think I want or think I should want, but actually I don't. There are some photo cards from like people like my Ultra Volts Youngun that I'm like, if I don't get that, I really don't care. It's not the cutest photo card of him, mainly because it's like, you know, a concept picture or something from like 2 years ago, and it's like, that's okay. Like that's okay. Like it's okay to say like, I don't really want that, it's not like the cutest, or to like look at certain photo cards and say like, I guess like I don't need to if you don't have the means to spend on that, then don't force yourself to. It's about what makes you happy, and that your collection is how you want it. And like I said, this is how I store my cards, this is how I want to lay out my cards. At no point am I telling you have to lay out your cards like this. So if you saw how I laid out like say 17 and you thought, ew, I don't like that, I would much rather do this, please feel free to do it. No one is telling you not to, and I'm not saying anything about how you have to store groups. This is simply just me showing you how I've decided to, in case someone wants inspiration on how to store things or whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to put that disclaimer there, because not because anyone said anything to me or anything, just because I think it's important to know when talking about this. And also like, because you see me store photo cards like once a month, and like I usually have quite a lot of them. But like that's just, but I know what I'm like, you know, that's because I'm very lucky to have the means to be able to collect this many photo cards. So yeah, just a piece of friendly advice. And yeah, I hope you're having a lovely day, week, year, and feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Like let me know what comebacks you're really excited for, or ones that have happened that you absolutely love. Let me know which photo card just came out that you're obsessed with, because for me it's this Subin. And so yeah, thank you so much for putting up with my rambling, and hopefully this new style of video isn't like too different or jarring from like my usual storing photo cards videos. And if you want to see more of these, please let me know, and I can do more things that don't involve storing photo cards if people want to see it. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching. Bye.